home of the 18th race of the season. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to race number 18 of the DeviantArt Cup Series season. Chase Carpenter is on the pole alongside Jennifer Legacy. That's interesting. Of course, with a lap time of 33 seconds flat, of course you're going to get second place. Mullen, Spencer, Langton, Kiro, Ernesto, Riles, Allen, Bledsoe, Steelman, Kaiser, Lamas, Ravenhurst, Cousins, and Dalton, the top 15. So we look at the rest of the results. This is actually the second time that I'm trying to record this race because it was double the length, 80 laps compared to 160. And the race was going to take like 2 hours to complete, so I decided, fuck it, I'm going to do a different incarnation of the race. So, now then. And of course I forget to change the IMI so that way the start comes up earlier. Oh well. They run slowly towards the start line. Green flag is out, we are underway. I'm not even sure if I have the correct sounds anymore. Oh, Mark Boston did not get started. That is not good for the 13 team. Carpenter takes the lead. Of course, he won earlier this season at Ricky Raceway just a few races ago. Mullen, of course, won last week at Dover, so he's having a good run in turn 4 on lap 1. It's not a run yet. Why the fuck am I calling it a run? Oh, Nesto gets turned by Austin Spencer. That's going to bring out the first caution of the night. Spencer up against the wall. So not a good start for Spencer Racing tonight. Okay, Nesto runs up high, then Spencer, I guess, gets into him. And it looks like Spencer's car cushioned the impact for Ernesto. He's able to continue. So already under caution here at Gateway after only a lap and a quarter completed. Doesn't look like anybody is pitting. I stand corrected. 49 of Zimmerman pits as the field is stacked up in order to figure out where the fuck they're supposed to be. Boston now coming off the pit road, already a lap down. Ooh, several drivers pitting under this caution. Get set to go racing once again. Spencer is retired from the race. That's not going to be good from points for him. However, he is like way above. I think he's like 6th in points going into this race, like 6th or 7th. So, there's Carpenter, Mullen, Legacy, Langton up there as well, having one back at Yas Marana. And Asami Kiro's up there as well. They go down the front straightaway towards the start and finish line. Green flag back in the air. Carpenter clear of the 13 now. Here comes Langton now trying to take 3rd away from the 4. Ooh, Asami gets a little tight exit in the corner there. Almost gets in the Legacy. Mullen's still stuck on the high side of Spencer as they run through the corner. They run through the turn. much cleanly this time at speed. Much more cleanly is what I meant to say. Mullen now clear of Boston as they run through the turn 3 wide, farther back in the field. That's Ravenhurst trying to make her way up through the field. Trying to regain that points lead that she lost a couple weeks ago after several poor finishes. Carpenter's looking for his second win of the season. Might become the third driver to win multiple races, as Steven Merzlak became the second driver to win multiple races a couple weeks ago at Montreal, and Ravenhurst became the first at Canadian Tire oh so long ago. Of course, I have the graphical glitch now because of Spencer, where all the drivers of that manufacturer, Spotty, has the fucking dent on the right hand side. Or left hand side, I mean, you can see it right there. Anyways. He raced down the back straightaway. Dalton trying the clears the 51 for 9th. Dalton, of course, outside the top 25 in points once again after a poor finish last week at Dover. Trying to make his way back into that category. Craigo also in 24th right now. He's trying to keep himself within the top 25. Rawls, of course, with a second place finish, gained a bunch of spots. Mullen clear Breeze, I believe he's in the top 15, if I recall correctly, going into this event. So Carpenter, however, second in points. Going into this event, Alan Bledsoe is leading the event. Or leading these standings, I mean. Where is Alan? Alan is right there in 7th. So he's doing a pretty good job, but Carpenter would be taking the lead in points as they run right now, as Carpenter is only 5 points behind Alan Bledsoe going into this event. Mullen having a great run so far, as is Asami and Legacy. Kaiser also having a great run so far. Ravenhurst in the top 10, nothing new there. Dalton being in the 8th position. Someone fell outside the top 10. Because now both Craigo and Steelman are in the top 10. Oh. The 82 Langton is pitting for some strange reason. As Bledsoe is now going to try and make the pass on Kaiser for the 5th position. Boston not getting out of the way of the 3rd place driver. Riles takes 11th away from Miller. His field gets spread out more and more each passing lap. Kiro now making the pass on the 13 of Boston. Legacy might follow. Ravenhurst now making a daring move to the inside of Kaiser for the 6th position. Dalton almost gets into the 83 there. Mullen slowly reeling in the 88 of Carpenter. Can Mullen become the first driver to get back-to-back wins this season? He's looking to try and do it. Had a slow start to the season, but now that he's gained traction, he's doing pretty well. Kaiser's just falling way back now. She's lost 4, 5, 6 spots maybe. And for the lead, here comes Mullen to the inside of Carpenter. Down the back straightaway. No, that's the front straightaway. Mullen couldn't quite get there this time by. He's going to try and make another run at him. All the meanwhile, Asami Kiro just going to try and reel them in. She's got a 3-second deficit to make up, though. Mullen, right to the back bumper of Carpenter. In turn one they go, nose to tail. As Kaiser continues to lose spots, something might be amiss on that 83 car. Carpenter pulling away just slightly. Ernesto's actually made up several spots since his wreck. So that's good for him. Shows that he has a decent car. Two leaders continue to pull away, though, from the rest of the field, even with them battling amongst themselves. Mullen now making the pass on the inside of Carpenter in turn 4. Down the front straightaway they drag race. Carpenter with the advantage. And here comes Mullen now. He has the preferred line going into turn number 1. Side by side now. He's cleared him. New leader, 56. It's Ravenhurst now. To the inside of Dalton, despite having the position already. Ooh, Dalton now with a run on the high side. Ooh, same thing happened earlier. The 4 of Legacy's around. That's going to cause another caution. What are these guys doing? Oh my fucking god. Well, 2 drivers decided to just run into the pit wall for no reason other than pit road happened to be open because of the way the fucking track is built. And now Jesse's going to be stuck with having damage to the front end of his car despite not actually having damage there. Fucking hell. Right then, anyways. Well, we're gonna have some lap car bullshittery now. Ooh, Carpenter with a very... Oh! Oh my.
One to go. The pace car in turn 3.
Shit, I forgot to change my thing. Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna give the 73 enough time to pull down pit road. Hopefully. There we go. Alright. I have no idea why it wasn't changed to the yellow flag thing. Anyways, Molina's leader, Kiro, is now in second, with Carpenter in third. Dalton fourth, 51 in fifth. That is interesting. Kaiser's fallen way back to 15th. We go up back towards the front. Marks will lead them down to the green despite not being the leader. Because the way the fucking track is built. 73 is reporting a piston failure. Already 3 wide for second. That's Dalton. He's fighting hard to get back into the top 25 in points. So they race down the back straightaway. Still 3 wide for second, but it's just 2 cars battling for the spot. Craigo also with a nice run. Oh, Steelman in the wall. Steelman is around. That's going to cause a big stack up as yet another caution comes out. The pace car's going 130 fucking miles an hour. No wonder why the pit road opens so fucking early. Or is pit road open? Yeah, pit road is open because... What the fuck? There must be some oil down in turn 4 or something. Dalton now, come down pit road. The fuck is happening? Yep. That happened. Alright then. So already, 3 cautions. One of which was caused by lap traffic. And yes, I'm blaming the lap traffic there. As green flag is back out, as we accidentally accelerate past the actual green flag, Paul Bledsoe losing or causing the inside line to stack up, as the 3 leaders have already passed the rest of the cars, or past the lap traffic. I mean, I should probably say that correctly next time. Anyways, Craig goes up to 4th, might not be for long, though, since the way the field's running. Mullen pulling away from Carpenter now. Thankfully, no one wrecks this time. Stillman was running in the top 10. Now he's way back here in the field. Kaiser losing more spots. Ooh, Ravenhurst gets into Marks a little bit. Oh god, they're 4 wide. I'm having PTSD flashbacks to fucking Pensacola here. They are running very aggressively around here. That's both good and bad simultaneously. Mullen's pulled away, but he hasn't pulled away yet. Craigo's also up there. Actually, he owns the 56 as the team owner there. So Craigo Racing Incorporated having a 1-4 race. Max also up there in the top 10. You know, the first incarnation of this race, it was Hendrick Motorsports being dominant with Onesto, Carpenter, and Lamas. Actually, come to think of it, Lamas is up there in the top 5 as well, so it is Hendrick versus Craigo Racing Incorporated right now, apparently. Hell, Onesto's worked his way back up almost into the top 10. So Hendrick doing very well in this race, even with leading the team standings. Very aggressive racing back here, farther in the back. Looks like Quickborn might have caught a piece of the wall exiting turn 4 there. Doesn't get into a wreck, though, because of it. Someone's scraping the wall. Ryan Vaughn having a great run, gets around a lap car of RJ Bishop. Oh wow, we're almost halfway into this race. Mullen beginning to pull away from the field as the top 10 starting to spread out. Ooh, no, still lost a spot there, but might lose another one. Here comes the 49 Zimmerman. Trying to get to the inside. Merzlak also right there in 14th. Lamas to the back bumper. Craigo, can he get around the 62? Paul Bledsoe with that damage to the hood from running into the pit wall entry area. Now at the tail end of the pack. Where's Steelman gone up to? Steelman's actually working his way up through the field, up to 19th now. Dawn being halted though, he's in 16th after pitting in this most recent caution. Lama's now trying to get to Craigo's inside, almost gets into the quarter panel. They drag race now for the 4th spot, down the front straightaway. Lama's with the preferred line going into the corner, backs out of it though to avoid hitting the 62, potentially, I don't know. It is a weird camera angle. Field spreading out, but still racing aggressively. Mullen just crossed the halfway point in this race. Also, I just realized I still have my frame counter up here. But see how it says around 90? Or now, well, yeah, it was about 90. It is about 90. Oh my gosh, the frames. I was recording this in a normal, on my old computer, I mean. Fucking hell, it would have been like 30 or less. And now Craigo's making a move on Asami. Down the front straightaway. Lamas briefly gets put ahead. Craigo do the draft. And yes, there is draft at this track. It exists. The track is long enough for it. Craigo's still fighting hard on the inside. Lamas and Asami on the outside. Lamas looking low on the 29 now. He makes the move. Tucks in behind Craigo as Craigo goes up high. Now Craigo goes back down to the low side because of the corner. Lamas now clear of the 29. Asami back to 5th now. Meanwhile, DeMax outside of the top 10. Lionheart into the top 10. Lionheart's been about average this season so far. Plenty of top 10s, but no wins so far. We've run through the field several times, almost 3 wide here, and now they will go 3 wide. Marks actually is a halfway decent driver. Ooh, almost gets into Dalton there as Dalton was trying to block the 41. Oh, we have smoke up here. Ishtar has blown an engine trying to get down to the inside. And will, without incident, potentially. He's sliding up. And everyone will get away cleanly. I think. Caution out. No caution. You start running at a cool, crisp 68 or 67.5 miles an hour. Oh no, he sped up. Alright. So Ishtar now with an engine issue. Couple guys up here in the top 10 that normally aren't in the top 10. DJ McWhorter, 84. He's usually running about mid to back pack, but he's having a great run so far this race. Nice to see him up there. Sami, we've already talked about her plenty today, but the two of Ryan Vaughn also having an average season after finishing second in standings last year. No wins, but he's up there in points. He has a top 10 spot. Sami's still second to last in points. She's trying to work at getting higher in points, though. Llama's now making the pass on Crago. We've probably cut to it multiple times, and I have not been paying any attention to it. So go down the back straightaway. By the way, this gateway is inaccurate because the wall is open on the back straightaway in real life, if I recall correctly. So, or who knows? Maybe they close and NASCAR Heat guys got around her. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the truck series in real life. Anyways, it's actually nice to see some fresh faces in top 10. Lionheart, Quarter, Vaughn. Alright, heading Motorsports, second and third right now. Can Llamas run down Carpenter? Llamas, of course, still winless since probably season 4 of the Anthem Racing Series, maybe even season 3. Goddamn. I mean, he might be the defending champion, but goddamn, he's been winless last season, this season. Fucking hell. Max having a great run. A much needed great run. Having a very poor season so far. Very few decent runs. One of the few drivers with less than, I think he's only got like 1 or 2 top 10s this season. Merzlak running in 12th, just making the on-track pass against the lap car of Bishop. Already has 2 wins this season in great shape for the chase. Zimmerman up there in points as well. Dalton fighting to get back into the top 25 and trying to make the move on Zimmerman. Steelman, holy shit, he has a very powerful car. We're just way all the way up to 15th now, all the way back from like outside the top 25 or something like that. After being involved in that second caution, no, third caution, because he was the most recent caution being spun, or not being spun, but hitting the wall and getting turned. Ooh, almost gets turned by the 12 Cousins there in 16th. Cousins trying to take 15th now as we have pit stops. Merzlak and DeMax is in. 14 is in. Leaders are in. So all 3 Crago Racing Incorporated cars in on the same strategy. Onesto's in this lap. Lamas and Carpenter pit the next lap, as does pretty much the rest of the leaders. Dalton stays out another lap, as does 51 of Steelman. Tang also stays out. Ravenhurst stays out. Kaiser stays out. Michaels and Legacy out as well. So Dalton getting the so important 2 bonus points of laps led. He's not going to pit this time either. Tang comes down pit road this time now. Ravenhurst stays out, as does Merzlax, of course, staying out. He already pitted. Kaiser, the 03 and the 4 all stay out this time as well. Actually, I just realized Dalton can go farther because he pitted on the lap, or pitted on the caution this guy wrecked on. So several guys able to go farther than some drivers. Everyone in the top 10 on the lead lap. If you're outside the top 10, you're a lap down. And Vaughn out ahead of Lamas now. And Vaughn's going to try and get his lap back. Easily makes the move around the 51. Keshiel's on pit road now. The 03 Michaels, 47 and Ravenhurst on pit road. Legacy also still out on track. Steelman and Dalton now pit this time. Kaiser in with a little bit of issue trying to get onto the access road. 4 Legacies in. This is certainly going to shake things up because now 56 of Mullen might inherit the lead, and he's got a huge lead on 88. Crago, meanwhile, is in third. 2 of Vaughn. Still there. And yeah, like, fucking hell, the 56 is like going to be way out in front. Approaching the 3/4 mark of the race. Field very spread out now. It's going to come down to if Carpenter can chase down the 56. '84 McCorder, just within the top 10. Great run for him, as he's farther back in points than he wants to be, as is the Max. Great run for him tonight. Asami making a move, or actually no, Riles is making the move on Asami on the high side. He's probably going to fail at it. Might work, who knows. Yeah, he's going to fail at it. But great run for Asami as well. Great run for Vaughn. Dalton now running in 20th. Steelman 21st. Oh, but that begs the question. Can Dalton now make it the rest of the way? Can any of these guys make it the rest of the way? This is gonna get interesting, folks. So I just realized, 2 times tire and fuel use, they cannot make it all the way on one single stop. Otherwise they wouldn't have pitted multiple times under the cautions. Does Dalton have enough in the tank to get all the way to the end and potentially steal a win from 20th place? So Nesto now stuck on the outside line. Langton, not a very good day. Camshaft issue on the air char machine. Field very spread out. So, looks like Carpenter is catching Mullen ever so slightly. But it could be all in vain if these guys need to pit again. Actually, then again, these guys pitted a good 4 or 5 laps more than, or 4 or 5 laps before Dalton. So if these guys pit with more than like 4 or 5 laps to go, Dalton won't be able to make it. Carpenter, of course, trying to get his second win of the season, as is Mullen. Mullen trying to go back-to-back, actually, as he did win last week at Dover. Carpenter, though, trying to regain the points lead and become the third driver, actually, to have more than one win this season. It's going to get interesting. Riles now trying to fight to the inside of Asami for the 6th position. Lamas, meanwhile, trying to fight against Vaughn for 4th. Dolan up to 18th, Stillman up to 19th. Oh boy. Kaiser outside the top 25 now after having a decent run earlier in this event. Yeah, 14 laps to go in this event now. Carpenter slowly reeling in the 56. He's got plenty of time. But do they have the fuel? Hanner having a decent run so far today with a 17th place run. It's going to gain him a few points. Riles and Sami now passing the lapped car of Bledsoe. I just realized Hunter Kiro's now in the top 10. So he's having a good run late in the going here. And for the lead, Carpenter versus Mullen, side by side now in turn 1. Carpenter now back to the lead. I think Mullen's already wrapped up most laps led, though. Could be wrong about that, though. So basically, if these guys pit within the next few laps, Dolan is screwed. If these guys don't pit for the rest of the race, Dolan is screwed. Dolan literally needs these guys to pit within the next at least 5 laps from now, and at most, maybe 6 laps from now. As well as the rest of the field between these guys and him, in order to get a win and steal a better spot in the chase if and when he gets up there, as now he's up to 17th. I don't think the battle for the lead's quite over yet. Mullen's trying to fight back. Riles to the back bumper of Lamas now. He's going to try and make the move. In turn 3, Riles with a late charge in this race. 9 laps to go now for Carpenter. Mullen is trying to fight back for that lead. He wants to get back-to-back wins. Carpenter, he just wants a shot at a better spot in the chase himself. 7 laps to go now. No. 8 to go. My bad. Saw me now. I'm trying to make a move on Llamas. Dalton up to 16th now. Steelman still in 19th. However, he's going to try and take 18th away from Hayner. Dalton's trying to make a late race charge to get as many positions as possible, as many points as possible. Now it's 7 to go for Carpenter. Mullen's falling back a little bit. Sami's taking a position away from the 48. Dalton now trying to take 14th away. And he takes it. It's Dalton with a very late race charge, as he's going to try and gain as many spots as possible for any potential pit stops. In fact, Carpenter and Mullen need to pit this time by if Dalton wants to steal the win. Or at very least, Mullen pits this time and Carpenter pits next time by. Dalton up to 13th now. Ray Jesse's going. He might even get a fucking top 10. Vaughn trying to take third away from Crago, but Crago holding on strong. Mullen now with another charge up to the leader. 3-car battle for third. 2 Fords and a Dodge. Crago, Vaughn, Riles. Dalton's on fucking fire right now. He's just taking 12th. He's looking to take 11th away from Steelman and maybe even 10th away from Dalton. Wait, why would he take 10th away from himself? I meant to Max. You know, all the names with the D's in them. Riles now to the inside of Vaughn for 4th. What of a turn of events. Carpenter pulling away from the 56. 4 laps to go now. Dalton is up in the 10th. Riles now going to try and take third away from Crago. Very late run and very, very good day for Riles if he does so. Sami's now up here. It's a fucking 4-car battle for third right now. Two and a half-ish laps to go for Carpenter. And Mullen is still there. Llama's now going to try and make a run around Vaughn while he's still trapped on the high side. Can't quite get there on straightaway speed. 2 laps to go for the 88 now. Sami's now trying to make a move on Crago for 4th. Llama's still trying to pass the 2 for 5th. Or 6th, or whatever position that is. Coming to the white flag. Mullen's going to try and make a late race charge. 1 lap to go for the 88 Carpenter. Mullen trying to go back-to-back wins. Carpenter trying to go for his second one himself this season. I think Mullen's too far back. Half a lap to go for Carpenter. Can he get the win? Off of turn 4. Mullen is too far back. Doesn't have the run. It's going to be Carpenter at the line at Gateway. Dalton up to 9th in a very hectic late race charge, realizing that the leaders aren't going to be pitting again. Carpenter gets his second win. Mullen, Riles, Kiro, or Rasami rather, Lamas, Reinvon, Crago, Hunter, Kiro, Dalton with a very awesome charge. Seriously. Anyways, McCorder, Merzlak, Leinhardt, DeMax, Marks, Steelman, the top 15. I forget what the name of this race is. Whoops. Oh well. And with that, folks, this first half of the season comes to a close, and we have the second half to look forward to. And we have 7 more races before the chase begins. Wait, no, not 7. 8 more races until the chase begins. Next week, it's going to be another super speedway. Orlando. But Orlando has a little twist. You see, most racetracks go counterclockwise. Hence the whole herder left turn joke involving NASCAR. But with Orlando, imagine a 3-mile long Daytona. Actually, no. Imagine a 3-mile long Talladega. Where everything, including the straightaways, is banked like 20 to 30 goddamn degrees. And the track goes clockwise instead of counterclockwise. That's right, it's going to be nothing but right-hand turns unless you're leaving your pit stall. At the track next week at Orlando. So, it will be the 4th Super Speedway event of the season. Yeah, the 4th one, because the other 2 after Orlando are Armory Digital during the race to the chase. And then Talladega opens up the chase as the first race. In the meantime, though, we've still got a long way to go before the chase begins. 8 races. That might not seem like a lot, but trust me, it is. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you at the next race. So long, folks.